Now we return to the island. Low power zone with MC. I'm trying to get the power. Or I'm not capturing this game. There we go. Capture game.
Paradise Killer.
So we got a lot of different intel, different suspects in our case. From the goat lady. Now it's time to actually interrogate these suspects. Find out what's happening. So I'm gonna go back to this guy. Skeleton Man. What was his name? The names are so hard to keep track of. How do I get to the menu? Just pause, okay. Suspects, the witness to the end, yeah. What does a witness know? Well, he's not telling me. He's over there. Wait, I hear something. How many paradise have you killed so far? I mean, not one to brag, you know. I've been known to kill a few paradises in my day. I've crushed a few Minecraft servers, you know. MC was our utopian paradise. I just wanna blow the world up. Why did I do that voice for myself? I shouldn't disparage myself like this. Anyway, Poison Throne Apartments, named in honor of the assassination of the Queen of Spain by Serena Doomjazz. A lot of assassins in this universe I'm finding. Block from the other side. I couldn't fix that. I just got a parkour. And presto, we're in.
Relic obtained.
Resonant photo of a man obtained. Sadness drips from this photo. Boom, unlocked. I'm the master of unlocking.
Relic obtained.
Wonderful crystallized tears obtained. The moon shimmers, the right mix of intense sadness and anger may cause tears to crystallize as they fall, like tears in rain. Something else around. Something spicy. There we go, some money.
Those crystals obtained.
I'm thinking about this game a little bit. Oh, fuck. I don't know if I'm supposed to, but I kind of like Shinji a bit because he's kind of a shitlord. He's just not embarrassed. He's just like, I'm gonna be a shitlord. That's my thing. People are careless with their money. Yeah, they just leave it behind in weird places. Open? Yeah, I'm in. Locked from the other side. How do you get in there? That's how you get in there. Boom. Oh, it's not money this time.
Relic obtained.
Malicious secretive cassette obtained. The syndicate monitor all phone calls, so citizens record messages for each other on cassette tapes. That's interesting. A little bit of lore there. Oh, it's somewhere. Somewhere in here. Oh, hey. Speak of the devil. It's the devil. You know what I like? Long walks on the beach? Something on the beach, if you know what I'm saying. I was gonna say knives. I like knives. I like knife crime. Good stab. Excellent slash. Put a knife in the right hand. It can change the world. Boom. Guess Shinji is pro-assassin. I can barely hear the music, to be honest. Crank it up a bit. It's just the hum of the machines that kind of make it hard to hear.
Blood crystal obtained.
Oh, there's a ladder going up here the whole time. Wahoo!
Blood crystal obtained.
He said, I saw Shinji up there. How do you get up there? Shinji, how you getting up there? What the hell? Makes me think. Falling in VR really sucks, though. Get that tense feeling in your gut. Just... Wartime, longing residential. Your distant homes, so wished for in times of pain and upheaval. It's in the trash. Money.
Blood crystal obtained. Blood crystal obtained.
And money in the trash. Is this political commentary? Trash money. Hey, Tamar, how's it going? This is our third stream of Paradise Killer. I have learned a lot, but I have made zero connections to anything so far. I've been hanging with my bud Shinji a lot. And there needs to be elevators in these fucking buildings, let me tell you. Yeah. Oh, there he is, down there. How do you even get higher up? Oh, I see. It's like Stray, I gotta be like a cat.
Blood crystal obtained.
Shinji is a class act. Yeah, I was saying earlier, I'm not sure if you're supposed to like him or not.
Obtained.
Nostalgic fallen rose obtained. Who knows where it fell from? Who knows who dropped it? But the rose made someone happy. But I kinda like Shinji. Now, do I want more collectibles, or what? I want to talk to Shinji. I don't know what the collectibles do, if anything. I've been collecting them, that's kind of it. Hey, Shinji. Stretches further than you think, Loved Eyes. This has been millennia in the making. This could bring the whole syndicate down. Shinji, did you kill the council? Are you out of your mind, Loved Eyes? I'm a crippled demon that can barely maintain a physical form. I'm barely in this realm of existence. There's no way I can go crazy with a knife, kill the whole council. Besides, why would I kill the council? Spite? You seem the type. I ain't got time for spite. You syndicate aren't as big a deal as you think you are. Just cause you got your noble mission doesn't mean you're shit. There are a lot of planets out there. Don't give me this shit about killing them. Any one of your suspects, it's impossible. It's Shinji. Shinji the whole time. I can't believe it. So where's Witness at? There he is. In that building over there. Ah. Yep, straight ahead. Oh my god, there's too many collectibles. I keep getting distracted. He's a chaotic agent. So it's up to you, the player. Yeah, I think he's just... It's just a shitlord. Hey, and Dark, welcome to the stream. I trust this naked double flipping the bird demon implicitly. I mean, he's honest, unlike everyone else in this game. He bears it all, both figuratively and literally. I trust this man. That's just water. Get me out of here. Here's the elevator. There you go.
Nightmare computer.
These nightmare computers can log activity in an area. They're normally set up to see who's passed through a door or access a system.
Sure.
But I can use Starlight to help me gain access. Might be able to get some evidence. Alright, Starlight, let's get to work. Let's see. I want to make a goat, it looks like. Nah, but... There we go. Okay. Beautiful. Now I need a moon. That seems easy enough. Oh, I fucked it up already. No, god damn. No. Oh, I can't. Can I flip them around a little bit? I'm so close. Or am I? I'm not close at all. Wait, that's 0%, okay. %. 50%. No. I decode less when I do that one. 75%. No. That one was trickier than I thought it would be. The other one's just half moon and star. Moon and star.
Nightmare computer unlocked.
There we go.
Sure.
Yeah, Shinji has no reason to lie, nor any reason to tell the truth. Shinji just rolls. These are the logs who entered and exited the building last night. Let's see.
Analyzing.
Let's see. Witness enters at 17:34. Carmelina arrives and witness buzzes her in. God Justice Marshals arrive and secure the building. Witness and Carmelina exit. Witness returns. Okay, so it's just the two of them, basically. These logs are sealed by the Nightmare computer. They can't have been tampered with. Witness and Carmelina have alibis. Okay. Doesn't mean they don't have information, though. So let's ask Witness some more questions, since we have a bit more intel on him.
Witness to the end.
Let's see.
Why?
Why? Why were you butting heads with Montserrat so much?
What?
What does this have to do with anything?
I need to investigate this.
Need to know why someone was clashing with a murder victim.
The end times are looming.
Our leader was not following the holy mission. His focus was on the island sequences and not the gods. Sounds like he was straying from the path.
The gods are an
Yes, I'm glad you understand. Our first priority is to prostrate. Don't prostrate yourself. Prostrate ourselves before the gods, not build ourselves a nice home.
The gods are displeased.
If our islands fail, and that is the will of the gods, if we trust in them, we will be saved.
I don't like this.
That make you angry enough to kill?
Of course not.
I know I must ask these questions, but it pains me to hear you question my loyalty and faith.
Crime is repulsive.
You voted against every proposal we put forward, didn't you? That is the point of our democratic meetings. We all have a say in the direction of the Syndicate. This direction veered away from our holy mission. I voiced my disagreement with it.
Ooh, the investigator is here.
Ooh. What kind of proposals were they?
Surely this is a joke.
Fuck you! Advancement towards the so-called Perfect 25. Don't care about our new home being perfect if the gods are not there to celebrate with us.
Of course not.
Look out to the ocean of madness. So many pyramids sit empty.
The gods are watching us.
24 island sequences, and we only have one pyramid resident. We are capable of so much more.
Why?
Why haven't we done more?
Surely this is a joke.
Montserrat had other plans. Grand resurrections could wait until the island sequences were solved.
The gods are displeased.
What is the point of Perfect 25 if the gods remain in pain? I wanted to remind Montserrat of the Syndicate's purpose, so I voted against everything he and the rest of the council put forward.
Crime cannot hide.
Did you remind him with a knife by any chance? Absolutely not. Okay.
Got it.
I can assure you that this island has plenty of assholes already. Ain't wrong. I checked your building logs. Your story checks out.
I am still bathed in the glory of the gods.
Of course it does. The righteous have nothing to hide. Okay. You see Crimson last night? I didn't see her, loved eyes. Okay. Wanna hang out? I must warn you that I am not one for long conversations.
Oh, I'm glad to be back.
Are your plants witness?
The gods are watching us.
They do well in the climate of paradise. When the world is coming apart, it is good to have a hobby. Would you like one? I like to give them to people. They are difficult to care for.
The gods are watching us.
They are tests sent from the gods. If we fail to look after them, they will die. They all die, and we all die. Plants need our time and devotion. So do our gods. Alright. Absolutely. That is a weird
The
plant.
gods are radiant.
This plant has been freshly fertilized and watered. It comes from an esoteric plateau from my home in Iran. We'll survive for a while without constant attention. Once you finish your investigation, we'll provide something to focus on. Thank you, witness. I love you, skeleton man.
Relic obtained.
Maddening rare plant obtained. A rare plant bred by witness. He gives them as gifts. They're notoriously hard to maintain. May you fly with destroyed Eden.
I am still bathed in the glory
And may
of the
you
gods.
reach the moon. Oh no, he's one of those people that give you gifts and die easily. Then gets upset that you didn't take care of them. Yeah, basically. That's witness. Let me see. Let me go back to his apartment. Maybe something new has come up.
Scene investigation.
Doesn't look like anything else. Okay. Who's next on our shit list? Which I feel like collectibles are basically there to give you an idea of how Paradise and the Nobles were prior to the end of Eden. I think, yeah, they're basically just there for, like, backstory and flavor text. How do I crouch? Okay.
Plus crystal obtained.
How do I... Oh, how do I... Speaking of,
Relic obtained.
ill-fated pleading letter obtained. A mother pleads for mercy. Her son transgressed. Love between the syndicate and citizens is expressly forbidden. No, you cannot love me. Not allowed.
Ha!
Ah. Also does a good job of repping that most of these people are pretty fucked up. Yeah. I guess Paradise has its costs.
Ha!
Oh, this is a nice painting.
Relic obtained.
Ultimate tea obtained. Again, Micah is the best tea. Anyone that says different is a liar or hasn't tried it. That's a straight fact. Like, great flavor text. Who's even saying that? It's the game itself? Yeah, I know you're playing this cyberpunk adventure, whatever the fuck this is, but Genmaika tea, try it sometime. Comes from the Genmaika tree. Let's see, who do I want to talk to next? That's the question. Is there more to say with Crimson Acid? Okay. Just want to clear that out so I can... Yuri Knight, yeah. It's also the bar where Sam is at. Well, let me see how close those guys are. See, Sam's over there. I forgot about that ghost. That's something else to do, I guess. I don't see where Yuri is. Oh, there he is. I might as well go down there. There he is, just chilling in the world of hands. Nothing else around. Literally just this guy chilling here. Let's see what we got. C1.
Relic obtained.
Indefinable spectrum obtained. A popular chilled canned coffee. A blend of different flavors made to satisfy any coffee lover. That tells me nothing. It just tastes like generic coffee, I guess.
Yuri Knight.
The investigation freak.
You're the famous investigation freak.
Got it.
I don't believe we've ever met before.
Yuri Knight.
Yuri Knight, secretary to the architect, and the ferrywoman's handler. Born in the Marble Chambers, on Island Sequence 15, under the sign of Dire Rose. Yuri is new to the Syndicate, has quickly risen through the ranks.
Pathetic.
Can't believe in our darkest hour that Judge called on you. I'll say professional.
The investigator is here.
Yeah, coffee lovers do love coffee. I understand you're secretary to architect Carmelita and Lydia's handler during her ferrywoman duties.
What business is it of yours?
Did you manage to deduce that? I think I'm making a few other deductions about you as it happens.
What?
What might those be?
I'm glad to be back.
I was raised better than that.
Freak?
Don't put too much faith in how you were raised, freak. It could hold you back.
The investigator is here.
You broke free, did you?
Worthless.
My parents were cowards. I'm not. Not a big mystery to solve.
What do you want, freak?
Let's get to business. What do you want, freak?
The facts and the truth are not the same.
Mention of grieving for our loss?
Worthless.
Grieving is a sign of weakness.
Insufferable.
I said let's get to business. Stop dragging this out. I'm suspicious. A lot to get through. I believe Henry did this.
Insufferable.
What an insufferable question.
Yes.
Of course he did it. The Grand Marshal has him in custody. No suspicions of anyone else?
Pathetic.
The islands are full of schemers, you know that. Want to drop anyone in it, Yuri? Dish the dirt on someone?
What?
What?
Who?
What? He's got a motive to kill the council, Yuri.
Insufferable.
The killer is in a cell waiting to be executed.
Got it.
Let's say he isn't the killer. He is. It's a thought experiment, Yuri. Play along. Henry didn't kill the council. Who else has a motive?
What are you talking about?
Fine, I'll play along. You should investigate Crimson.
What the hell?
Give their name up pretty easily.
Freak?
I've had my suspicions for a while.
Why?
Don't make me laugh.
Something sits wrong with her. Why did she get blessed? What would stop her wanting more power now that she's blessed? She's too smug.
That's strange.
That seems tenuous.
The investigation freak.
You're the investigation freak. Investigate. I'm more suspicious of this guy now. Of course he doesn't like Crimson, because she has a lot of dirt on a lot of people. Chained Blue is secured by God hunters in the real world. He's in the pyramids hidden in the caverns in the Sahara. The Syndicate exists to resurrect the gods. That can only sit idly by when a goddess is in the hands of the enemy.
Got it.
Retrieving her would be a suicide mission. Familiar with deception by gods, right?
Don't make me laugh.
Like you, the disgraced freak. Haven't been deceived. That's a crime. Future counselors can't commit crimes, can we? How did you go through such a big transformation? Chanted Blue blesses those she deceives with physical perfection. Saying I'm perfect, freak. You like what you see. Yeah, I'm gonna mock.
I have a bad feeling about this.
I'm not into little boys.
You don't know me.
Ah, you're a joke, freak. You're going to fail. Go back to exile if you keep focusing on everyone except the killer.
I don't like this.
What if you're the killer? Is this the brilliance of your investigation technique? Just ask rhetorical questions and hope someone confesses?
Nonsense.
Judge made a mistake bringing you back. He's so mean.
Where?
Let's see. Where were you last night?
Huh.
Resurrecting the furry woman all night. Does that check out? I don't think so. From where? You're in the celebratory gardens.
Sure.
You often work in the gardens?
You got nothing on me.
My work last night didn't require a desk. The gardens are beautiful when an island is ending. Any proof?
Freak.
No, freak. The gardens aren't covered by logs, unlike HQ.
Crime cannot hide.
Give me your phone, Yuri.
What?
Got it.
I need to verify your location last night. You would have been making calls with it if you were directing Lydia.
No.
I'm under no obligation to give you my phone. I have important work to do with it.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Until I finish my important work, you don't.
The investigator is here.
I have jurisdiction here. I'm the investigator Judge called on. You're obliged to assist my investigation, or I will haul you in front of the judge for obstruction. If you don't give me your phone, we'll also assume you have something to hide.
Don't be snide with me.
Fine, whatever. That wasn't so hard, was it? Just do what you need to do and bring it back. I just need to use the comms tower to verify the location of any calls made from this phone. Then you can have it back after the trial. I still don't know where the comms tower is. What do you know about KHX's disappearance?
Huh.
Hasn't been seen for a few days. Probably sleeping off a hangover. He was one of your old drinking crew, wasn't he?
Don't test me.
Won't you fuck with me? Isn't the missing syndicate member something of a concern? One of the people responsible for getting the syndicate off the island?
No.
I only work with what I have. If he doesn't want to be picked up by the fairy woman, I can't help it. He's his own man.
That's strange.
No concern or empathy?
You've got nothing on me.
What do you want from me? I can't care about everybody. It's exhausting. Tell me about Crimson,
Insufferable.
the traitorous idol.
That's weird.
It's weird. Traitors. What? Traitorous?
Don't be snide with me.
She peddles her secrets and destabilizes the syndicate. You worried she's got something on you?
Don't make me laugh.
She got a motive for killing the council? She has her own secrets, I'm sure. She isn't happy about people knowing.
Freak.
She wants to play soldiers again. She won't accept a new role and wants to run around with a sword and gunfighting demons. Sword and gunfighting. That's wild. The next island is perfect. There won't be any more demonic invasions. I think she's trying to destabilize the island, so she can have another go at playing soldier. I'm gonna pry, I think. You sure this isn't just about her blessing?
Huh?
What about it?
Got it.
You're jealous.
Freak.
Your deductive skills have let you down, freak.
Sure.
I don't think they have. Okay, let's check out Lydia and Sam's alibi. Your job is to direct Lydia when she moves us to the next island, right?
Don't make me laugh.
What do you want now?
The investigator is here.
What did you direct her to do right before the council murder? Asked her to take her husband Sam off the island. The end of the island was over. His bar could be shut down. Okay. What time was this? 23:40, I think. What do you know about the second holy seal? Don't know about the seals, freak. That's the point. We're wearing a space helmet, Yuri? Why would I wear a space helmet? Get through the second seal. Never been through it, freak.
Paradise feels wrong.
Space helmet was discovered surrounded by pink petals that look like they came from your hat. Oh, yeah. That is the most tenuous thing I've ever heard, freak. You're grasping at straws. Okay. Maybe not from his hat, but maybe from this garden. Who else would be here? Did you see Crimson last night?
Worthless.
I knew she was ready for pickup, but I left her until the end. She hates it here, and I had the power to make her wait a little longer, so I did. Did you see Witness to the End last night? I'm aware the architect planned to visit him last night. You can check with her. How do you know?
Worthless.
I am the architect's assistant. Arrange her appointments and make sure that she can carry out her work without being obstructed by anyone else on this island. You know anything about the murder of the marshal guards outside the council building? I don't know anything, investigator. I wasn't there. So he says. Henry's escape. What do you know about the escape last night?
Don't be naive, freak.
Oh, what I know. Let's hang out. Wanna hang out,
What
Yuri?
do you want, freak?
You're part of the syndicate before I was exiled.
What?
That a statement or a question? Let's appeal to him, I guess. Maybe we'll get more info. A question. Then phrase it like a question.
What the hell?
You're serious? That a statement or a question? What's your history with the syndicate?
Worthless.
I was born to low-ranking syndicate members. Barely footnotes in our history. They say children naturally rebel against their parents. I'm evidence. They were content to wallow in obscurity. Now I am the secretary to the architect. How did...
No.
No, thank you.
What the hell?
Sorry? I'm not interested in talking with you about myself anymore.
Goodbye, freak.
This has been delightful.
Goodbye, Yuri. But could I love him? I learned to love him. May you see through a million eyes. May you reach the moon. It's a lot of, like, goodbye phrases in this world. Oh man, we talked so long, it's night now. I don't know if I could find any more evidence, if it's that kind of game. Most of the investigation has just been talking to people. I don't see anything around here. It's the first guy I interviewed. Yeah, I mean, I think that would color your whole investigation if you talk to him first and be like, alright, how is this guy guilty? What way? Let's see. If Lydia was like... He's in direct contact with Lydia and Sam. I think I want to talk to them first.
Those crystals obtained.
It's more stuff I want to talk to Lydia about.
Ha. Oh,
Let's see, where is she at? Over there. So Damar, since you played this before, what does a comms tower look like in this game? I'm supposed to go to one at some point, and I just can't figure out what that is. I've been to towers, but they're not the comms tower. Open world Ace Attorney with neon colors and gods, basically. Let's see, is that a comms tower? I don't think so. Maybe that's where it dropped from. Near the mountains, okay. Where are the mountains? Okay, those are the mountains. Oh, I haven't been over there yet. Syndicate Graveyard, KX's Workshop, the Mountain Gorge. I haven't been anywhere. You want to go back to the factory, though. Can I get to Lydia? I could try to go over there, but I want to, like, stay in order, not get mixed up. I want to stay focused on who I want to interrogate. I don't know why I'm running, though. I could have just fast traveled, but I want to save my money for some reason. There's always places to look at. Another desk apartment. Small rooms, and some have ocean view. A terrifying, harrowing view of the liquid abyss. The Mahjong Club meets in one building every week. Oh boy, Mahjong. I guess I've been here before, but through a different entrance. Already bought everything from there. I've been here before. I can tell no lies. I've been here. It's pointless to fast travel now. I'm almost there. Did unlock this though, right? Yes, okay. Or up here? Where is she? No, she's like the end of a pier or something.
Fast travel unlocked. Starlight skins obtained.
Beautiful blossom starlight skin obtained. When the trees blossom, citizens gather to give praise by letting blood directly onto the tree to fertilize it. I don't think, does that work? Can you fertilize a tree with blood? Let me crank up the jams. It's still kind of quiet. A little bit more. I feel like tracks aren't the same volume. Let's see. Wait. That telephone pole like thing? That's by the power plant, which is by the mountain. Okay, probably the base of the mountains then. We haven't saved in a while. Let's do that. I want to talk to Lydia and Sam first, and then maybe other folks.
Video daybreak.
Okay, yeah, we'll just go over some alibis and their motives, possibly.
Crime cannot hide.
Sorry to ask this, Lydia, but I need you to tell me about the last job you did.
Weird.
You mean moving us to the next island? No, the regime change in Europe, before the Syndicate.
God damn it, LD.
God damn it, LD. You got me dead to rights. Who the hell told you about that? Wait. It was acid, wasn't it?
Come on, LD.
What does this have to do with the council murder?
I don't like this.
Murder has all the hallmarks of a regime
You
change.
can prove it.
Oh,
Sure.
give me a break, LD. Me and Sammy were assassins. We did assassin shit. I've been known to do an assassin or two in my day. It was the last job we had to do to buy our freedom. That was a millennia ago. A different epoch. That's nothing to do with with last night. I'd ask. No, you didn't. What can you tell me about Yuri? and what he was doing last night.
Right on, LD.
I was talking with him all night. He's my handler for the pickups. Pickups?
I'm messing with you.
I'm messing with you. I'm not even a fairy woman. I'm just fucking around. Ah, you know, LD. Move to the next island. The islands exist in separate pockets of reality. We can't just hop on a boat trip over there. We have to go through the Paradise Gates. Get our transdimensional travel on. Get our transdimensional travel on. Alright. Masahiro Heavy Industries built this car to do it. It's the only thing on the island that can go through the gates, and I'm the ferry woman. The night an island ends, I wait for the syndicate members to report to Yuri that they're done with their duties. Yuri calls me and arranges a pickup. I grab them and I take them to the gates to the new island.
Sure.
You were in contact with him all night.
Come on, LD.
Well, there was a time when I couldn't contact him. When we got to the Paradise Gates, I checked in with him to confirm the warm-up sequence had started, but I couldn't get through to him.
That's strange.
Any idea why? Is it unusual?
If you can prove it, sure.
It has happened a couple times before. The reality folding drive sometimes causes it. Just odd it happened last night of all nights. I'll try checking his phone records at a comms tower. Okay. The plot thickens. Did you see Crimson last night?
Huh?
Have you asked her yourself, LD? I didn't see her last night. And she said she was home and has no person that can corroborate that. Did you see Witness to the End last night? He's usually in his apartment. Heard Karm went to see him though. That's true. Checks out. Wanna hang out again? Vroom. That's right, LD.
Let's go for a drive, LD.
Jacket doesn't smell too bad. Into your charmer, LD. Ever thought about replacing it? Out of your mind. You never replace a battle jacket. It becomes part of your life, part of you. It's been a millennia. It will be a millennia more. What are you painting at the moment? Abstract stuff? Time has existed for centuries. What does it mean to me? That kind of thing. I'd like to see them. Might learn something more about you. Paint something that represents you, LD. That represents me? I'm thinking about it. Must be hard. Must be a hard island to paint. Why? The sound is unsettled. I can feel it. Nothing's right. I hear you. This place needs to end. Has needed to for a while. Beach okay again, LD? Perfect. I love you, Lydia Daybreak.
Come on, LD.
LD, I have something I think we should discuss. Why are you always like this? We go for a drive, it's nice and like, ah shit, I fucked up, LD.
It's complicated.
Something you want to tell me? It's probably nothing, LD.
Got it.
Nothing is probably something.
Weird.
K-Man is missing, right? K-Man?
The island
Sorry.
feels bad, LD.
KHX. You like calling him K-Man. It's easier to say than KHX. Yeah, he is.
Complicated.
This probably has nothing to do with it, but I like hanging with K-Man, so I want to tell you. The other day, Yuri started freaking out in the HQ. Totally went off at one of the assistants.
I have a bad feeling about this.
How does this relate to KHX? He was looking for his ring. It's a nice ring that he commissioned from KHX.
Ah,
Can you describe it?
What the hell are you talking about?
What the f- You can't describe a ring! The fuck are you saying? It's an ornate thing. The metalwork is over the top, lots of overlapping bands. It isn't K-Man's normal style, but Yuri insisted. It's got a big blue sapphire in it. Why was he yelling at the assistant? Yuri was lashing out. He lost the ring. He was going berserk about it.
Come on, LD.
You think this is relevant? I want to help K-Man, you know? I think it is. Thanks, Lydia. Okay, something else to interrogate him about. What's so important about this ring? May your specter gaze upon a star. May you reach the moon. Okay. Sam is over where? Over there? What's over there? I don't know if I've ever been there. You know what? Let's go for a walk. You know that we've spoken to a few people, I'm most suspicious of Yuri right now. Can I make it there? Oh, I fucked it up. He's laughing at me. Yeah, I didn't know what I thought I could use that little outcropping as like a platform, but I guess not. Is this the factory? I think so. Same as up there in the mountains.
Relic obtained.
See, island sequence 15, memento obtained. 15th island sequence, Montserrat leads us to the real world to reclaim the corpse of Dire Rose. Tragedy strikes. The god hunters repel us. Ah. Is there another thing? Where? Money. I love money.
Plus crystal obtained.
Oh yeah, we were here before. Let's see, the Deep Factory. Guess we gotta cross that bridge. Now what I say, chat, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, and now we're gonna cross the bridge.
Relic obtained.
Duplicated rotten eggs obtained. Some citizens formed a black market in eggs. They found a way to illegally get large quantities of them to illicitly trade. Why are eggs illegal? What the hell is this? Priest employee card obtained. Isra Albertine. Assigned to the reality folding drive power station. Found next to a fish tank. Mysterious. Mysterious ghost stuff. Let's see, did I unlock that one? Ah. Okay, unlocked.
Game saved.
Same would be where? Up there. This is inside the factory, it seems. I might not be able to access it.
Nightmare computer.
Oh, no, I might be able to. Do I have, like, skull head things? I might, maybe, I don't know. Okay, and the star. Okay, I got goat stuff. Okay. I do have it.
Nightmare computer unlocked.
Okay, looks like getting the Cosmos upgrade gives me a lot more access to stuff. Remember there was something special about coming here. Like the vending machine thing. Like an upgrade for me, maybe?
Relic obtained.
Island sequence 12 memento obtained. 12th island sequence. Centuries of visions. Every clock remained at midnight. We all saw great stone citadels. on a forgotten planet. That's wild, man. Imagine transcending. Okay, let some blood. I can spend a crystal, yeah. May the silent goat walk with me. Silent goat walk with me.
Relic obtained.
Cosmic deceit carving obtained. Ugh. Give me a sec. Sorry, I just needed some water. See, carving that details the god cosmic. Yeah, the god cosmic deceit. The many-armed iguana, buried under the shifting sands of the bizarre purple desert, hidden in Egypt. A nasty and selfish god. He died after his plan to seduce Romeo's silence was foiled by the Syndicate. This god fucks. Are these the devs or something? They're all dead, apparently. There are multiple memorials to them.
Obtained.
Yeah, another silence, apparently. Despairing diary obtained. A diary from a worker in the power station. They're complaining about abnormal time distortions from being near the reality folding drive. Lost time. Days that go on for months, and unexpected age regression are all common side effects. Oof. So notice the music kind of slows down a bit when I'm in the menus.
Plus crystal obtained.
Suddenly turns into vaporwave. Let me keep cranking it up. We're at the best volume ever. Like 75 is the golden spot here. Oh, so this is Montserrat. Okay, good to have base to the name. Crimson Acid. Thanks. Thanks you for your work. Thanks you for your work. I got it. Hey Shinji. What makes a good killer? You mean someone that's good at killing or someone that doesn't get caught? The first one.
Ooh, the investigator is here.
Boldness. Passion leads to mistakes. If someone survives being killed, you've messed up.
Don't test me.
You can kill like it's the most routine thing in the world. Make a good killer. What about not getting caught?
The investigator is here.
Either need to disappear or make it seem too ridiculous that you could have been involved. Think there's someone like that on the island? If there wasn't, I wouldn't be here. Good point. I love our talks, Shinji. But there's another lock. Dang. So we have stuff for it.
Computer.
No, we do, I think. And a half one at the bottom. Probably this one. There we go. I figure these puzzles be kind of simple, but they're like making me think and stuff. No. Sometimes I just gotta use my brain to think. Oh, I see, yeah, that's these pieces.
Unlocked.
There we go. Oh, fuck am I? It's a weird part of the island. Just the Raleigh folding drive is where we're at. Okay.
Fast travel unlocked.
Okay, this would be good to fast travel too. If we ever need to come back here, which I'm guessing we probably will.
Starlight skins obtained.
Symbols of the witness starlight skin obtained. The end of something is priceless. It can never be experienced again. It can never be traded. What if things shouldn't end, though? What if things last forever? This is a whole big area to explore, it looks like.
Those crystals obtained.
I'm probably gonna fast travel out of here when I get the chance. It's the factory? I don't know. I don't know. This is another ghost. My dreams, filled with endless images. Working at the power plant. A cursed life. The assignment we all fear. Worse than the deep factory. Your thoughts disappear. Replaced by lives you haven't lived. Lives you won't lead. Lives you might lead. Time disappears. The same day recycled. The same day disappears. My mind broke. A million shards. I can't ascend to heaven without knowing who I am. Just remembered my fish tank. Outside my apartment. Near the convenience store. I love those fish. Who am I? Israel Albertine. Found your employee card next to your fish tank. Your fish are doing fine. Israel Albertine. Wonder if I liked who I am.
Sure.
People often wonder that at the end. The only people that don't are psychopaths. Thank you. Found something. It's in my locker. My locker code is 0120. Now I can ascend. Okay. Where is your locker?
The item obtained.
Where is that? Is there a locker icon somewhere in this? I'm guessing it's further inside where people would work at.
Those crystals obtained.
I don't know if I've seen them all yet. Probably a few more here and there.
Relic obtained.
Provocative flower obtained. Sweet seasonal drink popular with kids. Uses flavors from flowers around the island to create a unique taste. Yum yum. Tastes like a flower.
Fast travel unlocked. Game saved. Starlight skins obtained.
Symbol of a bar master. Starlight skin obtained. Perfect drink on a perfect evening. Bliss. Never lasts though. The night always ends. Morning always comes. Routine will always be waiting for you. These look like lockers. Oh, we're in the bar dimension again. The Way of Blood Bar. The currency doesn't work. Works as much as anything does. Why is there a limit? It's just blood. People don't have limits. Start going crazy. Down and gets out of balance. I want to see that. No, you don't.
Relic obtained.
Mikami's masterpiece for whiskey obtained. Whiskey made by a master. I almost thought it said monster. A whiskey made by a monster. Brrr. Responsible for a number of classics. The number 4 is undisputed masterpiece. I want to try masterpiece whiskey. That sounds great. Let's see, not these lockers.
Relic obtained.
Island sequence 11 memento obtained. 11th island sequence. The god hunters have yet to make their move. We continue to resurrect our gods, timidly. This was wholly unbefitting. gonna sheepishly awaken the gods. There we go. This was Ezra's locker. He said that he found something to put it in here. This looks like a Starlight upgrade. Oh, fuck yeah.
That's strange.
What kind of life was a power plant worker living where they would find this?
Key item obtained.
See, visions of pyramids obtained. A knowledge tablet for Starlight, please manual. Okay, yes, I know. Manual install the upgrades.
Install complete.
Let's probably move a bit deeper into this place. Let's see, so what's down here? This is a big ass place. Oh, fuck's that? Yeah, apparently the pyramids are pretty significant. Should have more pyramids, but we don't. And there's like some... Looks like it's Babylonian, that sort of architecture. Or statues and stuff. How I get up there? The world just changes. Oh goodness, did I come up this way for no reason? I think this is what's happening. There was no reason to come all the way around here. Curses. Why did I explore all this for no reason? Or did I? I'm gonna use this machine. C4. Kaboom. A drink came out.
I don't like this.
Something is wrong with this machine. Cosmos is infinite and empty. Thus says Deader Nebula. What? On abandoned moons, above terrifying planets, our minds wander. Thus says Deader Nebula. Connection to the net. It's all that anyone seeks. Protection from the dreadful loneliness of infinitely antique space. Thus says Deader Nebula. Intrusion attempt detected. Oh no. Engaging all firewalls. Unauthorized intrusion halted. Intruder purged. Why would you turn away a soul desperate to escape the grim isolation of astral bodies? Thus says Deader Nebula. Deader Nebula. Intruder identity confirmed. Failed AI shard. Deader Nebula. Explanation. 16 years ago, Deep Factory AI Deader Nebula, of Dead Nebula, suffered minor corruption on server 7GI90. Corruption was contained, but the local instance of Dead Nebula split into shards that developed their own personas. Persona! Each persona was isolated in a vending machine and locked down.
That's weird.
Was locked down. How was I able to use it? System shutdowns associated with the end of Paradise Island 24 deactivated isolation controls. Please, open the door to my home. Flawed beings born from dead stars haunt me. Thus says Deader Nebula.
Got it.
Not going to happen. The universe is built on trades. A billion dead to satisfy the whims of ancient goats. Thus says Deader Nebula.
Sure.
What is it? I have a bargain written on an Onyxian tablet. Audio derived from a dying imperial civilization. Thus says Deader Nebula. Starlight. Reverse intrusion success. Copying. Music file downloaded. Shutting down vending operations. Child of economy is trickery. Clawed beasts approach. Thus says Deader Nebula. Goodbye.
Relic obtained.
I got this thing. It's unknown. Oh, it's loud. Rumors. Unrequited love. Jealousy. Revenge. Envy. Secrets. Regret. Anger. Emptiness. Sorrow. A single tear in a sea of stars. Okay. Oh, we found some music. That's cool. That a comms tower? That looks pretty communicative to me. I can't swim.
Reporting.
The hell is this? How did I get here? Guess it just respawns me to the closest one. Download a corrupted AI, get a free soundtrack.
Getting saved.
It's a fair trade, yeah.
Starlight skins obtained.
Wonderful Skyline Starlights can obtain. Skylines offer infinite possibilities. Possibilities are endless.
Relic obtained.
Island Sequence 10 Memento obtained. 10th Island Sequence, humanity's god hunters. Learn of our secret islands. We hid them for so long, but now they know. A time of fear. I'm afraid. I love nightmare computers.
Nightmare computer.
This computer is attached to the communications tower. If I can crack the code, then I'll be able to use the tower to verify any cell phone data I can find. Nice. Finally, the comms tower chat. The moment you've all been waiting for. This correct? No. Wrong kind of horn. There we go. I think we've done this before. There we go. Seems simple enough.
Nightmare computer unlocked.
That's got it.
Sure.
There's usually an interference at the top of the towers where I can verify cell phone data I found. Okay. Shinji up there. Nope. He's somewhere else. This tower can help me scan phone records. I took Witness's phone? I guess I did. I'll scan it.
The investigator is here.
Got the record. Call is made by Akiko to Witness. Ah, right. They called each other. Witness was in his apartment. Okay, that places him there. Apparently Akiko was at the Syndicate HQ. I need to check if that matches her version of events for the night.
Got it.
There's an unknown number in here. It's not in any Syndicate phone records. Oh man, that's a number. 833-211-2ES9116RD. It was dialed at midnight last night. Call picked up, but ended in under a second.
Don't test me.
Might be innocuous. Probably isn't, though. Tower can help me scan phone records. Yep. Let's see Yuri's phone now. It's just unamused faces.
Got it.
Got the records. Looks like all the calls made to or by Yuri happened at the celebratory gardens. Okay, well, he was there. All the calls from last night are from Yuri and Lydia. From Yuri to Lydia. All about the same length. These are him directing her to different syndicate members for pickup. Let's see, please review the data between 2350 and midnight. There's a gap. Phone went dark for 10 minutes. Why? Unknown. This matches up with what Lydia told me. There's a gap in time where Yuri's phone couldn't be contacted. No one can account for him. Yeah, that's weird. That's weird. Very strange and mysterious. Oh, there's Shinji. Oh, you're always right behind me, Shinji. Wanna know what I think about crime?
Hit me.
It's in the smiles, loved eyes. You start breaking smiles, and I bet you'll find the answer. Not into smashing faces, then. Was a metaphor, or Abstract or something. Stop being so literal. Break the smiles. Gotta break some smiles, chant. Hell is this thing? Is this a ghost thing? Protest letter obtained. Manifesto letter written by protesting workers. Let's see.
Key item obtained.
Valve handle obtained. Looks like I'll be able to turn something with this. A valve that turns things. Can't believe it.
Relic obtained.
Proud pin badge obtained. A pin badge made to celebrate Perfect 25. Eh. No idea if that's how you're supposed to do it, but I did it.
Crystal obtained.
Okay,
Blood crystal obtained.
what did they grow here? It's not weed. No, I'd love to say it was weed. In fact, I have said it several times now, but it's not.
Key item obtained.
Another valve handle. There are a dime a dozen around here. Three.
Relic obtained.
Bizarre lychee obtained. Lychee flavored soft drink. An image appears. A riverbank. Blazing sunshine. Baseball. A train passes. Distant apartment blocks in the summer haze. Beautiful. Dance, come on. Get down on the floor. We've taken it upon ourselves to move a little more. Dance. Get up. Show us what you got. We're gonna rock your party. Now let's take it to the top. Oh, forget it. Not gonna beatbox, I'm off. Oh, Shinji. I was trying to get a beatbox dance party started.
Blood crystal obtained. Fast travel unlocked. Starlight skin obtained.
Aquacious jellyfish, starlight skin obtained. During the wars of prehistory, the gods brought jellyfish to the earth from another planet and used them as messengers. Why not? Dead Nebula Agriculture's admin building. Workers must report to supervisor before beginning shift. Okay. Supervisor office. Ah, more music.
Music obtained.
The sun is out. Go! Get your shades. You have to stare into the sun. The sun! You like to look at the sun, chat? You ever just look at the sun? I mean, really look at the sun.
Blood crystal obtained.
There was that,
Relic
that
obtained.
solar eclipse a few years back that was kind of neat. Covetable workers reward obtained. Voucher that can be redeemed for 2 minutes of time in a foot bath, rewarded to workers that have exceeded their quota. Oh boy, foot bath. That makes working at a suffocating job all the more worthwhile.
Blood crystal
Hell yeah,
obtained.
foot bath. hell was streaming. I'm just gonna work here, get my foot bath. What are these things? Oh, the valves. I'm missing one. God damn it, I wanted to question people, but I'm busy finding valves. I'm looking for money. Is this the valve? Something down here. Can't reach it though.
Plus crystal will
Gonna
attain.
need a fish hook and a strand of hair, and I'll get that thing. Maybe a magnet.
Recording
Whoa,
obtained.
what's this? They're watching me. They know I can see the lines. Can never see them clearly, but they're there. The watchers. Ask Joseph if he could see the lines. He couldn't either. People in the apartment are looking at me weird. Someone has been gossiping. I guess there's gotta be a valve somewhere around here. Chat, have you seen any valves anywhere? Oh, there it is. Thanks, chat.
Key item obtained.
I'd be able to turn something with this. Okay, after this, I'd totally have to, like, actually find Sam and talk to him. I've been goofing off too much around here. Did it open this right? Okay. There's this staircase. Oh my god. That should have flushed the drains. Return water to paradise is our achievement. Wonder if anything exploded up. I wonder. Just unleash the beast. Eh. There's that thing.
That's
What did I get?
strange.
What's a tablet doing shoved down a drain?
Ooh, the investigator is here.
Boots, at least.
That's weird.
Login sequence authenticates the user as Lydia. Did she dump this down here? Oh my god. Lydia, what are you doing to me? Detected corruption of Lydia Daybreak tablet. Checking for restore point. Restore point found. Safe backup found. Storing messages. Lost message sender. Witness to the end. Recipient Lydia Daybreak. Attachment recovered. Downloading.
The investigator is here.
Soraya has pulled a message from the backup. Message from witness to Lydia. Message is blank, but there's an attachment.
Nanny, the hell?
Nanny, the hell? It's a data key that allows access to a specific nightmare computer. One on the beach, apparently. The code looks like it's designed for remote access rather than physical handshake. Oh my god. Why was Witness sending Lydia this? That's a good question. Holy shit. The plot thickens. Turns out everyone's an asshole on this island. That is quite the revelation we just got there. I still want to talk to Sam first. I still just want to talk to Sam. Game, just let me talk to Sam. Or just fast travel with Lydia, I guess. Hey Lydia, I want to talk about anything while we're here. see. At the crime scene. I don't know where he's supposed to be. I think it was around here. It was near the. Maybe the apartments or some. I don't know. Something around here. The convenience store, yes. Yeah, I think I'll just use the fast travel from like the citizen area and like the factory area that we're just at. That makes the most sense to me. Family's weird. Up there, right? Let me out of here. Meanwhile, this saxophone going off in the background. Yowza, this is quintessential sexy sex.
Love crystal obtained.
It's your boy. The dead zone holds many secrets. Look at the scavengers above it. They feed off things that some do not want seen. It's a good place to hide something. You bet it is, Love Dice. You bet it is. There's some shit in here, alright. See ya.
Nightmare computer.
Do I have anything for that? I think I got pyramids, so that ought to work for me. Okay, that was simple enough.
Nightmare computer unlocked.
Boom. Unlock the door, chat. The heck is all this about? Airlock? What? Am I going to space? I'm never talking to Sam, chat. We're too busy going to space. What the frick is all this? Dead Zone, 24th Island sequence. Breathing life back into paradise. Dead Nebula. The mascot was designed many islands ago by the artist Renoy. Kids love him. Is this like a failed part of the island or something? One that they built but just didn't take hold?
Relic obtained.
Sequence 16, memento obtained. 16th island sequence, time for watching Crow's Circle. This place is pretty wild. Oh, okay, this is where Henry is. Okay. Henry's apartment. Ground zero for the demonic invasion a decade ago.
Got it.
This is where the demon possessed him. He killed his mother and allegedly killed Grace bloodlines. The demon spilled out, corrupted the island. This concrete sarcophagus was built to contain the spread. Oh, okay, this is okay. It's making more sense now. As soon as the demonic corruption took hold, it marked the beginning of the end for Island Sequence 24.
Sure.
What truths are contained within? What truths indeed? What a cramped ass bedroom. Need a code for this safe. I should talk to Henry about it. It isn't his apartment after all. Okay. Good to know. I mean, we came here first, I guess.
Sure.
Chalked out ritual circle. Presumably where Henry conducted the ritual that caused his possession.
Oh,
Chalk symbols, candles, and statues of gods. Can't beat the classics when you're conducting an illegal ritual. The classics.
don't test me.
Corpse of Rena Division, Henry's mother. Did you kill Rena? Killed her via strangulation. Looks like the corpse was left here when the corruption happened and the area was evacuated. It's been decomposing for 10 years. No more evidence here. Why didn't they do something with the body? They just left it here. My favorite TV show, Goat Head Lady. Wonder why this has no effect on me, though, going through the demon ruins. And because I'm special detective lady. Maybe piss blood on this altar.
Relic obtained.
Dying from sadness, carving obtained. Carving about the god, dying from sadness. A sentient rock that drifted to earth in the wake of the other gods, a despair philosopher. Where is this thing? I hear it, but I can't see it. Ah, that's somewhere around here. No, ugh. Good, I gotta climb all the way back up. Oh boy. Let's see, she was a citizen, and the Syndicate doesn't care about citizens. Okay. I figure, like, isn't Henry a citizen too? Like, I guess I don't understand, like, the demon corruption going on here. If they have to contain it, then it's a danger to citizens, I would think. Oop. There we go. I guess there's nothing here. I was just hearing the safe still, maybe? Yeah, there was something else around the area. Ah, this area's big. I don't know what I wanted to check out now. Down there, I think. Something has been destroyed here. Let's see, yes, and the Syndicate doesn't care about Henry, which is why he's considered a murderer instead of the demon that possessed him. That's fair. Though I'd say there's nothing unusual here. Some metals, plastic, tinted glass, and fire-resistant fabric. No way to tell what it was. Mysterious. Some whiskey. Who do you think rules the world? Syndicate. No, not our world. The real world? No, not that one either. What other world is there? The metaphorical world. The concept of world. You mean the gods? No. Yes. Are they the only gods? Probably. Possibly. Maybe. Definitely. Absolutely not. How can we say? How can we know? You worry about that, you'll lose yourself. I don't want to lose myself. Good. It's easy to do.
Relic obtained.
Wedding Devil whiskey obtained. A whiskey that hasn't been aged. Nutty, sweet, and peppery. Sometimes drunk for luck during gambling. Okay.
Ooh, the investigator is here.
This is a whiskey distillery. It's news what the dead zone is supposed to be sealed. Has Sammy been making an illegal blend?
What the hell?
Something odd here. This is a medical grade blood chiller designed to keep blood cold when it is being transported. It's an empty blood bottle inside. The label has been scratched off, but I can just make out a K as the first letter of the name.
Analyzing.
Blood not found. This bottle has been scrubbed clean. There's no trace of any blood.
Don't test me.
After being used, this was cleaned to remove evidence. But why keep it? Paranoia? No one comes into the dead zone, so it wouldn't be found. Helps incriminate others if it's unaccounted for. I need to find what this is linked to. Just going to Sam about it without context will make him clam up. Okay, maybe there's more information. Okay, this is the distillery. I thought it was just this fridge. I'm like, that's pretty small for a distillery. Can I examine this again? No other ideas. What's this? Latch in the floor? Secret tunnel into the dead zone. Someone has been naughty. Sure is a really long tunnel though. This goes where? Goes to Shinji's house apparently.
Relic obtained.
Island sequence 23, memento obtained. 23rd island sequence. This one is nearly perfect. It lasts for so long. Carmelina is truly a genius. Hey Sam, this is a secret tunnel that leads to the secret blood bar or whatever you're doing. So I got some more music. The heat gave way. It always does to lust. Ours was a life of indulgence. We were fierce. We were alive. Tens across the board.
Ha.
Ah. It sucks. Sam's right here, but I want to find out other stuff first before I talk to him now.
Those crystals obtained.
Didn't realize such wild secrets would be like right here in his house. Shinji, you gotta help me out. What's with the blood whiskey? It could really go for a cocktail.
How?
How did you get the cocktails? When the bar closes, I hang out on the roof, and down whatever's left. Cocktails are one of the few good things humans have made.
Oh.
What's your favorite? I like a nice mojito. Lots of rum and mint.
Got it.
We should stop this conversation. It's been so long since I had a mojito. Wanna grab a few and watch the island die? No can do. Whatever. And he likes mojitos? Oh my god. I gotta hang with Shinji sometime. He's my bro. Why do it? Why do what? Crime, the murder, the paradise killing. To reshape the world. You pull a trigger, thrust a knife, roll branches. The old world is gone. It exists in history. Then history is forgotten. world is remade, or reshaped. Depends. We all live in the new world after that. The world must get reshaped a lot. More than you know. On the Paradise Killer? It's it's whoever that is, I guess. A gothic second whiskey, aged for longer in specially constructed crypts, tended to by self-professed ghouls. Their obsession took them and warped them. All they do is caress the barrels until it is time to bottle. I will caress them. Is that a Starlight upgrade?
Starlight skins obtained.
That's a Starlight skin. Ex-assassins who fell in love in combat. Most beautiful story ever told. But perhaps it's just a story. Something there'd be more here, but no. I gotta go back. I gotta go back to the evil dead zone. Help. I'm falling off your building, see? I'll be back.
Time travel unlocked. Getting saved. Starlight skins obtained.
City hides. The city protects. You need to hide yourself in the city. They're coming for you. So I hope I don't have to put no spoilers on. It doesn't seem like this is a super popular game, so it's fine if I don't have to say no spoilers. But you never know. People might be coming in. Hey MC, did you know the killer is what? Stop it!
Crystal obtained.
I'm trying to solve the mystery. Hey Shinji. Don't you think it's a bit of a flaw? What is? Allowing a possessed citizen to stay on the island. People are all about getting rid of demons. It's one of your main things. You never shut up about it. It's a little convenient that a perfect weapon would be left on the island and not eliminated. Good scapegoat as well. I think that's what happened. I really don't care, Love Dies. I'm just shooting shit. See you around. I don't know what the fuck's happening around here. I just watch shit happen and drink mojitos.
Time travel unlocked. Getting saved.
I swear, after I do some investigating, I will talk to Sam. I'm determined. Hollowed bamboo starlight skin obtained. A mass of mutilated flesh was once found in a bamboo forest. Overnight it reformed into a many-headed goat. It was praised and worshipped. Oh boy. I love the goat flesh god.
Relic obtained.
On sequence 18, I meant to obtain. 18th island sequence. The erroneous timelines. Gregory Complex gave his life so that they may be switched back.
Time travel unlocked. Getting saved. Starlight skins obtained.
It's beautiful. Wouldn't it be great to have an apartment with a view like this? Imagine how few problems he'd have. I mean, if I could afford an apartment that had a view like that, I guess I'd have very few problems.
Relic obtained.
Filler flower obtained. Standard carbonated soda drink, popular with people that enjoy sitting on their balconies, trying not to look their neighbor in the eye. Damn. Ah.
Relic obtained.
Quivering jellyfish corpse obtained. On one night every month, lots of jellyfish commit suicide by beaching themselves. It is speculated that this is related to the cycle of the moon. Is that true, chat? Jellyfish just kill themselves for no reason? Oh no, it's a beach ghost. Happened right here. Can you believe it?
The investigator is here.
Believe what? A horror. A waking horror. This island. It's a carnival of nightmares. It has its charms. They're insane. All of you. Insane. You're lucky. You weren't got by him. By who? The vampire. That horror. The vampire horror. Vampire killed you. On this beach. Nighttime stroll resulted in gross murder. When was this? What is time on these islands? No one cared. No one believes in vampires. It happened. I can't leave this place until I know there is evidence.
I need to investigate this.
Finding evidence is what I do. The horror. I'll find some vampire evidence, I guess.
Blood crystal obtained.
Okay. Some good old blood crystal. I'm gonna say no to that.
Blood crystal obtained.
So should I keep checking out the beach? Check out Shinji, I guess. You think whoever did the murder is evil? You have to be, right? Murder is evil and so
I
on.
don't like this.
Evil is a worthless trait cowards assign to people they don't wish they didn't exist. It's a hand wave. On examining why we think of them as evil, learn less about ourselves and our society. Syndicate is trying to resurrect a race of alien gods that enslaved man and fought millennia-long wars. I don't think you should be spouting off about evil. I'm not done with the holy mission thing, but I agree, yeah. You know what, Shinji? I agree with you. That's a surprise. Had some time to think in the Idle Lands. Oh man, I love when people lose their faith. Have a good one, you heathen. Oh no. Shinji has corrupted me. Why? Why did I drink mojitos with Shinji? Why? Guess this is a place to fast travel from.
Blood crystal obtained.
I like how he kinda helps, but kinda isn't helping, because he's like hiding all this shit from me. That is the blood crystals that I need to do stuff with. It's the murder scene. Some more music.
Music obtained.
Midnight melancholy on a desolate road. You can't beat it. Absolute loneliness. Just you and the choices you made. Make sure you get home safe. I think this is the crime scene, right? It's something.
Fast travel unlocked.
What even is this area?
Starlight skins obtained.
Ancient text. Most of these texts were destroyed after the Great Betrayal. Those that still exist in the real world are proved by them. Who's them? Is that the Syndicate?
Relic obtained.
Island sequence 19 memento. 19th island sequence. You sat with me and looked at the moon. Guess nothing else happened during that time. Button isn't working. So I activate. Need nightmare computer.
Nightmare computer.
Okay, we should be able to solve this. I'm assuming eventually it's gonna mix up the symbols that I need. Smaller pyramid. Still missing this one.
Nightmare computer unlocked.
See, this nightmare computer controls the obelisks on the beach. It's an activation command. Alright, let's activate some obelisks, I guess. Done. The answer to the second holy seal is revealed. What? Go to space. Use the answer. See the cosmos. Fear the cosmos. Lust after the cosmos. Embrace the cosmos. Scream at the cosmos. Put a gun to your head and cry at the cosmos.
Sure.
Would have expected KHX to massage that text a bit for release version 1.0. These obelisks hold the secret to getting through the second holy seal. Normally this requires a data key. KHX crafted the obelisks, the data encryption. Man of many talents. During the data key handshakes the computer and allows the user to activate the obelisks. Good job, Starlight. Wait, good job. Starlight could break into it. Punctuation, please. The logs show this was accessed recently by someone else. Yuri. What was he doing here?
That's it.
Connected a key and activated the obelisks. No, and he was gone for like 10 minutes, right? So he could have just rushed over here, done the thing, and then accessed the holy seal. Something else here as
What
well.
the hell?
A remote key. An unknown device wirelessly connected to the machine. The key was input remotely 2 days ago. Oh my god. He doesn't even need to be here. He could have accessed it remotely. From where, though? Need to be somewhere within the line of sight to the device. Blech. Never remotely accessed it. We need to be able to see the obelisks. Somewhere near here, we'll have a line of sight. Maybe on the cliff behind me? The obelisks should tell me something at least. Obelisk. Oh my god. Obelisk. Looks like this is showing me a code. The symbols are scholar, bull, bird, snake. I've seen these symbols before when I put on my space helmet. Should go back there and try again. Should I just go there? No, I want to talk to Sam. I'm gonna stay on that. We can do the horrifying depths of space can wait. Let's do what we want to do. What is this thing? Camera, I guess? Sounds like a camera. Cliffs behind me point to where, though? Back to the dead zone? See, the gardens are where, though? Garden's on the other side of the island, so I don't think Yuri would have line of sight to get over here, but maybe he could have contacted someone who would have had line of sight. He's somewhere near the dead zone, which would have been Sam, probably. The plot thickens. Let's see, I can't get up there from here, I don't think. There's another fast travel location at the beach.
Recording obtained.
The lines stop and start, geometric, crisscrossing the air, but not everywhere. I had a visit from the marshals. They're on to me. Bet it was the guy next door. Only does this feed the fish and gossip. Get a life. What's wrong with feeding fish? E3.
Relic obtained.
Power of goat soda obtained. The soda with additives give you an energy boost. You too can have the power of the holy goat. Oh boy. Starlight is calling me?
Red Nebula, thank you for your continued patronage.
I've tried a lot of the refreshing beverages we make. You are our most valued customer. Do you have a favorite? Let's be a little snarky, I guess. It's so hard to pick a favorite. Never mind that. Remember that upgrade for Starlight we mentioned? Come through for you. Hang for a sec. Vending machine has been soft rebooted. Should be able to get the upgrade thing out of it now. Don't forget, it's in the warehouses.
Why?
Warehouses. Blech. Why is hardware like that jammed in a vending machine? The Dead Nebula security chief is a real moron. You've been showing off just before the slaughter ritual. Think exposing OS loopholes is a great way to impress people.
Why?
Why did he have a Starlight upgrade? He did a favor for someone he shouldn't have, the Syndicate. He promised him a piece of Syndicate tech in return. What he got was an unusable upgrade for use on a device he'd never see. Like we said, moron.
How?
How did it end up in a vending machine? Marshals came knocking. He tried to hide it. It's jammed in the dispensing mechanism. It'd come out if you try making a purchase now that it's been rebooted.
I'm glad to be back.
Works for me. I appreciate it.
Don't get 'em, Lady Love Dive.
The culprit lets out a confession. In range of our microphones, we'll let you know. They're watching everywhere. Okay, I gotta go to the warehouse then, I guess. This is the boarding point for boat trips which go around the island. The sign says the boat rides were shut down by Yuri Knight a few days ago.
Got it.
There's no reason given. I wonder why. Why did he shut them down early? God damn it, so much intrigue. This frickin' island full of murder and stuff.
Fine travel unlocked.
Okay, I guess we'll end this with an interrogation of Sam then.
Starlight skins obtained.
I still didn't find out the whiskey thing. I gotta go to the dead zone again. Got very sidetracked by the beach. What? Didn't activate the terminal there? Cripes. Guess convenience store again. Oh wait, there's one directly to the dead zone. Frick. I gotta walk there now. Was too quick on the draw. Okay, I thought it might have been Yuri, but now I don't really know what to think. I think if it was Yuri, he was not working alone, that's for sure. This powers what?
Sure.
The store has a lock code to witnesses and Carmelina's blood vials.
Logs obtained.
That's strange.
Witness has been entering this pretty regularly. Witness last entered 2 days ago. That correlates to the thing with the tracking thing with the obelisks. God.
Oh,
Carmelina hasn't been in here for years. MRI machine. Well, this is
the
cozy.
investigator is here.
There are crates that look like they could restrain someone. This place is full of restraints, operating equipment. Restraints are all blessed, chains and holy crystals. The only reason you need these, is if you're trying to contain something
The
demonic.
investigator is here.
A demon was being held in here. May the silent goat protect me.
That's weird.
This could be big. The hidden demonology bunker is a big secret. I need to find out if this is related to the case before I go knocking on doors. I don't want to rattle anyone unnecessarily. This is used for tomography. I'm guessing it was being used to see what's inside a demon. So much demon stuff. Where is the wind that is making this rustle so much? I think this is a chromatograph. I didn't really pay attention in that class. It was when Isaiah and I had started dating. Happier days. But here's the proof.
Sure.
Containment crate. These restraints are covered in holy wards. These could be used to hold a demon.
I have a bad feeling about
Someone's
this.
storing a demon down here. Look at this thing. Assuming this device has something to do with this, with studying demons. Seems to be some kind of high-powered microscope. Need to learn more about the things and stuff. I guess I was wrong before. There's still a lot of on-foot investigation in this game.
Relic obtained.
So Vaporwave Phoenix Wright ain't that far off. 17th Island sequence. Ah, the 17th Island. Remember that? Remember them? Remember those? Enough to wish for death. Oh boy. Sweet release of death. Can hardly wait. Do I still need to buy these? I think we're done with this, right? I'll buy one anyway. I love them.
Relic obtained.
Blood fountain. Energy drink that makes you feel like your blood wants to burst out of body. Good pick-me-up. Yeah, I guess we don't have to keep buying the drinks then.
Ha. Oh,
And we saw this. Guess there's nothing else to see over here. There's a burned thing there. Guess there's nothing else over here. I feel like there's nothing else in that apartment building either. I don't know if we need any information from other places. That might be all the intel we can gather from here for now. And what is this? This is just the way inside, I think. Yeah, it's just the airlock. Okay. We can go the normal way up to same, I think. Still gotta find that warehouse, wherever that is. That's the folding drive, fields. There's the factory. Where's that closest to? The Mountain Gorge. I'm gonna go back to the courthouse then. Seems the closest place I can get to. I don't think I've been to the Mountain Gorge. At least that doesn't sound familiar to me. Where else does this go to? Oh, it's just over this way. Oh, here's the mountain gorge. Bit of fast travel. Locked.
Relic obtained.
21st Island sequence. We restored the heartbeat of Moonlight Petal. She slumbers under Siberia. Must give her more power. I don't see no fast travel. Oh, nice.
Blood crystal obtained.
You just said it wasn't worth the chat. Hey Ava, how's it going? This game is something else. I'm enjoying it a lot. Let's see, can I get there? Maybe if I parkour. Man, that's a thing to look at here. The foot bath! An oasis in this tropical heat. Use the foot bath. Yes, please. Water in paradise is good.
What the hell?
I feel like I can concentrate a little harder now.
That's strange.
It's like I can find anything, even if it's hidden.
Meditation unlocked.
Please hold the meditate button to reveal the island's secrets. These islands are weird. Hold Y to meditate. History is revealed. Whoa. Alright, that foot bath was something else. Now I got little specks everywhere. Ah. Is that even how you do it? Congratulations on unlocking a new power-up. Oh boy. I don't know how else you're supposed to do this, other than maybe drop from above.
Blood crystal obtained.
Very expensive, but I understand why. Okay, good. It doesn't just stay there, so I'm happy about that. I don't know if I want to find every secret in this game, but it'll be nice for when I gotta, like, buy stuff. Which mostly just seems to be for fast travel now. Maybe that one last upgrade for Starlight. Alright, finally, Sam, the man. I've been waiting to speak with you for ages.
Sam Daybreak.
Hey, Aldi.
Hey, Aldi. I heard you were back.
Sam Daybreak.
Barmaster. Born in the shadow of the dragon in Turkey in AD 999, under the sign of Shadow Zero. Sam took to killing like breathing. He killed to survive on the streets, then killed as a soldier before killing for fun. He became a hitman extraordinaire, under the banner of Shadow Zero. He met Lydia on the battlefield. He battled for 2 weeks, destroying the town of Raz 009. Lydia claimed victory and stabbed Sam through the heart. While fighting, he had fallen in love with Lydia, and in his moment of death, refused to leave her. His skin fell away and his skeleton hardened, becoming a deep red as he confessed his love for her. His skeleton's blushing. She too had fallen for him and accepted his confession. He fled to get married. He renounced his murderous ways and refuses to commit harm to others.
Is this a joke, Aldi?
Starlight is filling you in, isn't she? Forgotten about us during exile? I suppose isolation clouds the mind, doesn't it? Hey Sam, it's been a while. Nice jacket. You noticed? It was a gift from Lydia. Isn't that like Freddie Mercury's jacket from like Live 8? She always had good taste. Doesn't she? Lydia's missed drinking with you.
I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, the backstory is pretty good in this game. Everyone has like a really complicated backstory. This is like super strange and surreal. Miss you too as well. We're the only normal people on these islands. Really? The skeleton man? That's nice of you to say, LD.
Is this hedgehog Aldi?
Is he French? What is this voice stuff? It'd be nicer if you were back under this better circumstances, wouldn't it?
I don't like this.
Syndicate is in a bad place.
Is that Troy Aldi?
It's devastating, isn't it? Our friends and colleagues have been taken from us.
Shut it.
It's not a lot of wailing, grieving, a lot of wailing, grieving going on.
Don't think so, Aldi.
We've existed for unknown epochs of time, haven't we? Gives everyone a different perspective on things.
Ooh, the investigator is here.
How is the whiskey blend on this island? Some vanilla, caramel, spice, just a hint of smoke. Spice is unusual. The whiskey tastes like the island it's made on. There's been a peaceful island. Caramel and vanilla are in harmony. Spice twists in your mouth, coils and slips between the other flavors. What's the whiskey telling you, Sam? Something under the surface, something that twists, something that has moved between us all. You can feel it too. Is there anything I can help you with? Writing is also pretty good in this game. Alright. It's time. Think Henry really did this, Sammy? Hard to say, isn't it? It's a hell of a crime. What do you believe, LD? Still making my truth. I could go find him with the council blood in his stomach. It's messed up, isn't it?
What?
He's clearly a sicko.
Sure.
That's what I'm trying to work out. Can you think of anyone that would want to kill the council, Sam?
I am under suspicion, Aldi.
Kill the council. Crime of the century. It's millennium.
What?
I don't think I do, LD. Because it was you. It was you, Sam. I'm really sorry I can't be of more help. Everyone here is a loyal member of the council, aren't they?
Don't test me.
I hope that's true. Yeah. So what do you think? So what's your alibi, Sam? Where were you at the time of the murder, Sam? Am I under suspicion, LD?
I have a bad feeling about this.
Sam, I'm an investigator. Of course, LD. Must all cooperate, mustn't we? They had taken me to the Paradise Gates.
My unique plant.
Finished packing up the bar. Spent a few minutes taking the place in. Could have expected to be back here, could I? That's true. What time did you leave the bar? Let Yuri know I was good to go. They came to get me. I went to the gates. She picked me up about 10 to midnight. Arrived at the gates about 5 to midnight. Any proof? The nightmare computers at the gates will have the logs. I'll check them out. You should do that at some point, yeah. What about your motive? Sure thing, LD. What do you need to know?
Oh,
Anything you'd like to tell me? Don't think so, LD. We're happy. You two might be the only ones.
What?
I hope not. Wouldn't it be awful if we were? Is Yuri coming here? Wonder if Sam's favorite food is ribs. I bet he loves them. Gets the barbecue sauce on them, you can't even tell. Why do you ask, LD? It's after my time and Lydia mentioned him. I don't know him. People speak to bartenders, or their heart out, after a bad day. He does come in from time to time. We all need a drink, right? What's his drink of choice?
Fancy a drink.
He likes high-end wine. Doesn't know what he's talking about, though. Trying to look the part. You're right. Can you tell me about him?
What?
It's a power boy. All he thinks about is power and ambition. Wants to be on the council? Sure does. Maybe he finally snapped.
That's strange.
Snapped?
My unique plan.
All he wants is to pursue his ambition. I voted against him in one of his numerous motions. He came across the room at me. All of a sudden he can think of someone that might have a motive, huh? He's angry and impatient. Thinks he's ready to run the show. Don't all young people, though? You see Yuri last night? Well, you tried phoning him. You'd ask her, shouldn't you? I've asked her. You know anything about the murder, the martial guards outside of the council building? I don't do ILD. Terrible business, isn't it? Idea why Lydia's knife was outside the penthouse?
Is this a joke, LD?
No idea. No idea, LD. Sure it's hers?
I
I'd be
don't
direct, yeah.
like this.
Has an engraving from you. Well, that is her knife. No idea why you found it there, though. Have we asked her about it? I think so? I'm pretty sure. What do you know about Katie Jax's disappearance? I don't think I can help you on this one, can I? Maybe check out his place, overlooking the ocean. Did you see Crimson last night? Sometimes she stops by for a drink. In the evening. I didn't see her until the crisis meeting last night, LD. You'd speak with her, shouldn't you? This is a lot of like, you should talk to other people. I'm just the bartender. Did you see Witness to the End last night? Got nothing except what I heard at the crisis meeting, LD. Was in his apartment with Carmelina. You should ask him, shouldn't you? God damn it, what does he know? He's just up here mixing drinks, I guess. What do you know about the second Holy Seal? It's a mystery, isn't it? Not for me to know, is it? He's certainly aloof. What do you know about the escape last night? Not sure what help I can be, LD. Have you spoken to Akiko? Okay, this was kind of a bust.
Fancy a drink?
Okay, he is doing a French thing. I wasn't sure. Fancy a drink? Sure, I'll get a drink.
I'm glad to be back.
What do you recommend, Sam? How long since you had a drink?
Sure.
3 million days? Feel like catching up? Hit me. Make it a large one.
Fancy a drink?
How about starting with a highball?
Oh, I'm glad to be back.
Sounds good. Please enjoy. It's a good highball, Sam. You're too kind, LD. Still practicing, or practicing, however you want to say it. Ain't your mom, or your dad. This is Dead Nebula's Beyond Horizon. Nice blended whiskey. Has a crisp flavor, a sweet smoky aroma. Goes perfectly with the soda and water, and a garnish of mint. Make a nice highball. Been running a bar longer than I've been alive. You're a master.
My unique blend.
There's always something new to learn and improve, isn't there? You said it, Sammy. Endless pursuit. It is a curse and a blessing, isn't it?
Ooh, the investigator is here.
Creates a restless mind. Frustrated by not being able to practice. But in the moment of doing, you're in heaven. Precisely. Key to a highball is the ice. The ice is frozen at negative 20 degrees Celsius. Makes the ice harder so it doesn't melt. You can enjoy the taste of the ingredients without them being diluted.
Fancy a drink?
The ice is cut to provide a tight fit in the glass. The highball has to be stirred gently so the soda doesn't fizz. Stir without the ice moving apart. Chills it nicely, doesn't it? You always make the perfect drink.
Don't take frugality.
Please, LD. I am still learning. I need to go and breathe life back into paradise. Good to talk to you, Sam. It's always a pleasure, LD. Stop by. I'll stop in again, won't you? Absolutely. I love you, Skeleton Man. You always live in the shadow. May you reach the moon. Now I want a drink. It sounded so good. Whatever they were talking about sounded fucking awesome. 2 mojitos, good sir. I'm an alcoholic. You can enjoy 2 mojitos without being an alcoholic. Fuck. I need a mojito. Jeez. They're real good, though. I think that's a good beginner cocktail. It's not too strong. It's not too spicy or anything. Not too sweet either. You can taste a bit of the alcohol in that. I guess depends where you get it. But man, I wanna taste the rum in my drink, you know? Rum and Coke is a good starter. If you never had a drink before. I want to call it here, but that was kind of like I was hyping it up so much we learned barely anything new. Let me see. Let me go to the second seal then. That feels like a big thing to do. Let's go to space. Take me to space. I don't remember. It's a council building. That's what it was. Well, I should have saved first, but whatever, it's fine. Look like the symbols I activated on the beach. If I remember correctly, the pattern was scholar, bull, bird, snake. Okay, scholar, bull, bird, snake. Beautiful. That's it. Must have unlocked something. This was designed to safeguard against random attempts to crack the code. Shinji right? Did the demon possessing Henry feel its way through? Is there any secrets in here? Nope, nothing. My mind's blank. Unlocked it. The third holy seal. It's like a blood lock. Thought I can take a look.
Analyzing.
Sure.
Bloodlock coded to council blood. To get through this, you need to have the blood of one of the council members in you. Presumably a sample to trick the lock with. His blood logged in through here.
Analyzing.
All of the council. Expected. This lock has hardly been used since the start of the island. It's only a few instances of logins over the centuries. By the time the lock has been opened, it's been as a group, the entire council, no exceptions. Except recently. There are 2 anomalies here.
What the hell?
There's an unknown blood sample that logged in last night, after all the council had entered meditation. What?
Analyzing.
Unknown.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Starlight doesn't recognize it. An unknown individual with council blood came through the lock last night while the council were meditating. Why do we have an unknown suspect with council blood? Who else entered the hallowed ground?
Analyzing.
That's weird.
Henry's blood was used on this lock last night. That put him at the scene? Don't have anything else to go by to put him at the scene of the crime, really. Other than people saw him there, I think. But they saw him outside, maybe? I'll have to look that over. The hell did Henry's blood open the lock? He's a citizen, not a council member.
Got it.
One of the council logged in 2 days ago. Stayed for a few minutes and left. Kafka memory. What's he doing here without the rest of the council? Blood chiller, Sam. Had in his hidden distillery a blood sample bottle with the letter K on it. Oh my god. Bottle was scrubbed clean, but very well be Kafka Memory's blood. What was that means Sam used it 2 days ago to open this blood lock? Is he setting up the crime? Oh my god, Sam, no! Need to check with Doomjazz. Maybe a sample is missing. Okay, maybe I'll check with Doomjazz first then.
Who opened the third seal?
Who opened the third seal? The third seal is a blood lock coded to the blood of the council members. I need to find out who opened the lock on the night of the murder. What does this even go to?
That's strange.
I guess this is the fourth holy seal.
The investigator is here.
What's the deal? It's a data port. Starlight might find something. It's working. It's doing. It's loading. Oh my god, that's a lot. Dataport OS Syndicate OS Black Planet version. Interfacing, handshaking, authenticating. Welcome to Syndicate OS Black Planet. To deactivate fourth holy seal barrier, please become godlike. I'm godlike in my hacking. Barrier? Barrier's freaking out.
What the hell?
Become godlike. Please present godliness to bioscanner.
That's weird.
Checking to see if someone is biologically godlike? Error, error, error. Fourth holy seal is non-responsive. System has suffered a critical failure. Please reboot system. Leader Montserrat authorization required. Fourth holy seal is toast. Whatever happened last night did a number on it. Godlike. How did someone become godlike? There is a god in paradise I could ask. Oh, I guess this is our crime scene over here. Counselor Leon Disaster. Cause of death appears to be a blade taking off the front of his scalp, slicing through his brain. May the silent goat walk with you in all of the cosmic heavens. Everyone has been sliced up with a blade. The lacerations are all
The
clean.
investigator is here.
Never done with a sharp, perfect blade. So not the messy, jagged one that we picked up earlier. They don't have any skin cells under their fingers. They were killed before they knew what was happening. And they didn't defend themselves. And once the council used to travel to traverse the second seal. Okay. Weird boxy helmets. More petals. It's like the ones downstairs. Let's put Yuri at the scene. There's a pink hat with pink petals. Just a regular hat with pink petals. Not a pink hat. It's one holed up in the trials without anything to back it up. Counselor Macon origin. Cause of death is a slash across the throat. Later Montserrat. Cause of death is a sliced windpipe and artery. There's a gun lying next to him. There's a strange pendant around his neck. May the silent goat walk with you, all the cosmic heavens.
Got it.
Strange blood spray here. Doesn't match any of the council members. Sprays from a bullet exiting the body.
I don't like this.
Bullet is lodged in the wall. It's a Fukata round. It's a gun lying next to the leader, Montserrat.
Sure.
It's been fired twice. It's an old weapon that uses Fukata rounds.
Got it.
Blood sample isn't in the database. There's a hit on some of the DNA. The hell?
I don't like this.
This blood has Carmelina's DNA. It's not her blood, but it could be her offspring. Does she have a child? Go to her without any more evidence. I'll rattle her and get nothing out of her. She does have a secret child. She's somewhere on the island. Whoa. Plot thickens. Secret love child. How fuck is this thing? Didn't find to expect a dead killer demon inside the council's penthouse. Demon, It's been shot in the head. Bullet is stuck in the skull.
Sure.
So we caught around. High-powered bullet. His gun line next to leader Montserrat. There are hellish claws on its arms, like knives. Perfect as well. Claws are covered in blood. It's alright, I can run the blood.
Analyzing.
Sure.
Several council members. Council are all killed with a perfect blade. This thing's claws could have done it. It could have been killed by
Nanny the
this
hell?
Nanny the hell just summoned a demon and it killed them all, maybe? What the hell is this thing doing here? Does this have anything to do with Henry? Let the demons onto the island. Maybe he summoned a
The
demon.
investigator is here.
Shinji is on the island, so the marshals definitely didn't catch them all. If the marshal missed Shinji, he missed this killer demon too? This crate is bizarre. Looks like it was hidden in this chest.
That's weird.
Someone bring it here, hide it as a trap? Looks like the containment crate burst open, smashing open the chest.
The investigator is here.
If you could get a killer demon in here, find a way to release it at the right time. Make a hands-free murder weapon. There are a number of restraints inside. Inside is covered with claw marks. Restraints have sacred wards on them. Those are used to subjugate demons. Is this where the killer demon came from? Claw marks match. The killer demon came from this crate. Didn't kill the marshals downstairs. The killer demon got here via this containment crate. Means it didn't go through the holy seals. Someone brought it through the seals and left it here. Someone planted a trap. The council were vulnerable. Someone released a psycho killer demon to attack them. Psycho killer. Qu'est-ce que c'est? You assuming no one would get into the crime scene afterwards, though? Crate leaves a trail of evidence.
Ah,
It didn't matter, though. The presence of the killer demon enough to complete the plan? Did they assume that the seals would never be opened again? Assumed I wouldn't be on the island investigation. Bad call. Starlight is detecting dead zone residue from the crate. I knew it. This crate must have come from the demonology bunker in the dead zone. There are more in there.
ooh, the investigator is here.
This crate has a remote receiver on the lock. Oh, another remote thingy. Someone could have remotely activated it to open it. But who? I'm a dead demon, hello. Come out of there.
Ha!
High Priestess and Counselor Gabriella Devotion. Cause of death is a deep laceration through the abdomen. Counselor Lunatic Pope. That's a good name. Missing several fingers, which suggests he tried to defend himself from an attack with a blade. Cause of death is a deep horizontal cut through his head. Counselor Kafka Memory. Cause of death is a vertical laceration from his groin to rib cage. Most of his organs have spilled out. Yeesh. See, I think I've checked out the whole crime scene. Looks like. Yeah, Leon Disaster. Make an origin. Okay, I missed this one. Find stranger. Cause death is nearly being decapitated by a laceration across his throat. Okay, Montserrat has the gun nearby. Can I find the gun though, or is it just flavor text that the gun exists? Doesn't look like I can see the gun. Ah, here we go. Counselor Pandora 2. Cause of death is a horizontal slash across the stomach, which emptied her of her organs. Yeesh, I hope I never get emptied of my organs. That sounds real bad. Is it Kafka Memory? Lunatic Pope. Gabriella Devotion. So I don't know if it says in my log, like, all the council members. Let me check real quick. think it says in my thing. Maybe population. Oh, some people moved already. One person's missing. They're dead. Murdered. Here's the council. Pandora 2. Did I find Pandora 2? Kafka Memory, Poet Find Stranger, Leon Disaster, Origin. I don't think I've found everyone in this room. But they've all been murdered. All the council members, but they're just not all accounted for in this room right here, I think. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, maybe they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't think I've seen this one. Oh, it's suicide, okay. Saving Doomjazz from torture, the two chased after the newly formed syndicate as they made their way through Mesopotamia. Ayaz Kiwami took his own life several years ago. It is unknown why. Okay. Well. This is a shit show. Well, at least we can always come back here in case anything. Oh. This blood trail leads away from the council penthouse. Whose blood is it?
Analyzing.
Matched to any council members that were in here last night. There's a trace of Ayaz Kiwami's blood. Took his own life years ago, though.
The investigator is here.
Doesn't match Henry's blood. Doesn't have a massive wound on him anyway. No matches. Someone else was here last night.
That's weird.
Why does this blood just end at the wall? The wall is normal. Signs of secret entrance or anything. It just gets weirder. I'm like, I have no idea. I have no clues. I don't understand anything that's been happening. This is so strange now. There's a demon, there's blood everywhere, there's blood that can't even be accounted for. I don't know what to think. This is the wrong way to go. Yeah, this mystery is pretty fucking engaging now. But I gotta pull myself away for now. I'm just thinking, is there secrets up here? In the canopy? Mysteries revealed. Doesn't look like there are. Okay. There's clues out there, I tell ya. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep streaming this until I fucking find out what's going on in this damn place. Been a fun time in paradise. Well, don't take care just yet, unless you're just leaving, but I'm gonna be streaming some more stuff. How do I leave? Let's exit the other thing. Select. There we go. And after this, I'll be streaming some Dead Space 2. Just sit around for that. Stay a while. But yeah, I'm so engaged with this one. Just don't know. I don't know what's going on. I gotta find out. We're gonna find out at some point. It's gonna happen. Don't you worry, chat. We'll figure out the mysteries in the future.